You will accomplish 6 tasks using your sound or natural limb and the prosthetic simulator with or without the Sure-Lok mechanism. The prosthesis is designated as your limb with the prosthetic simulator, and the sound limb is your left arm. Lastly, the Sure-Lok mechanism is a switch on the side of the prosthetic simulator which can be engaged by pulling down with your finger. This will maintain the tension on the cable and attach to the prehensile on the end of the prosthesis, and keep the prosthesis's grip without additional body movement. You will perform each task with or without the lock. You will accomplish 6 tasks using your sound or natural limb and the prosthetic simulator with or without the Sure-Lok mechanism. The prosthesis is designated as your limb with the prosthetic simulator, and the sound limb is your left arm. Lastly, the Sure-Lok mechanism is a switch on the side of the prosthetic simulator which can be engaged by pulling down with your finger. This will maintain the tension on the cable attached to the prehensile on the end of the prosthesis, and keep the prosthesis's grip without additional body movement. You will perform each task with or without the lock. Please listen to the following instructions for each task, which will entail the movement required and the role of the prosthesis and the sound limb. When performing with the Sure-Lok mechanism, use the lock at your own convenience.
Task number 1. Holding a nail with prosthesis while sound hand uses the hammer. Please wear safety goggles and gloves on non-prosthetic limbs. Pick up the hammer in one hand and the nail in the other. Position the nail vertically on a piece of wood and use the hammer to drive the nail into it. Remove your hand that was holding the nail when the nail is already stabilized, and continue hammering the nail into the wood. You may use the prosthesis to stabilize the wood while hammering. Continue hammering until the black line on the nail is fully covered. Then put the hammer down to its original position. The goal of this task is to complete hammering the nail into the wood as accurately and as quickly as possible.
Turning a knob and opening a door. Please take hold of the doorknob with your prosthesis and twist it until the door unlocks. Push or pull the door open until the door sides are facing the hinges. Stop when the door reaches the tape and then release the doorknob. Try to use only your prosthesis to do this task unless you are adjusting the locking mechanism. Enclose the door handle completely with your prosthesis to easily twist the door on lock. The goal is to avoid any slipping of the mechanism as it makes contact of the door, ensuring that opening the door is a smooth, fluid motion.
Moving book from table to shelf, orientation will be from horizontal to vertical. Please pick up each book off of the table and place it into the sound limb. Do this until all 3 books are held in the sound limb. Bring the books to the shelf and put each of them into an individual slot in the book rack in a vertical orientation. Try to use only your prosthesis to do this task. You may use your sound arm to straighten the book if necessary. It may be necessary to carry the books from largest to smallest in order to make the task easier for your sound hand to carry them to the shelf. Please try to place the books right side up. Goal: avoid any jerky movements when picking up and placing the book on the shelf.
Task number 4. Twisting the cap of a canteen. Please take hold of this canteen bottle with your sound hand. Use your prosthesis to twist open the cap of the canteen. You may use your sound hand to stabilize the canteen bottle if necessary, or to twist the bottle with the prosthetic hand. The sound limb should not perform the primary twisting movement. The goal is to twist the bottle cap off without the help of the sound hand, besides stabilization of the bottle.
Task number 5. Pulling down an object from the top shelf. Please take hold of the handles on the object resting on the shelf above you. With a secure grasp, lift the object and place it on the table. Then release your grasp. Perform this task using both of your arms. Goal: to ensure that the object is properly placed and secured prior to removing it from the top shelf.
Task number 6. Hold the cup without using the handle with liquids while walking across a room. Please stand behind the starting line marked by tape. Take a hold of this paper cup and lift it off of the table. Walk across the room to the designated point also marked by tape. Once there, return back to the starting position behind the line and place the cup back on the table. Try to avoid spillage from the paper cup while accomplishing this task. You may use your sound arm to stabilize the cup if necessary. The goal is to be able to grasp the cup and stabilize it to avoid any water spillage.